Okay, so we've got 15 minutes, so we'll finish on time. And it's been a long day, and yesterday evening too. But I hope it's not been a long day in a bad sense. For me, it's been a long day because there has been so much to listen to and take on and assimilate and make sense of. It's just, it just has gone from strength to strength to strength for me. And I was reflecting of all the things I'm involved in kind of professionally in the world of counselling and psychotherapy, and my involvement in the world of pluralism and pluralistic therapy and pluralistic practice is by far and away my favourite. I absolutely love it. This conference has yet again not disappointed. So there's a couple of questions I want to ask you, and a couple of things just to flag before I hand over to John to wrap it up. So it feels for me that my head has been unscrewed, and all of these knowledge and ideas and concepts and challenges have been poured in, and my head has been screwed on again, and I'm now in the process of distilling all of that. So if I was to summarize one word of impact for me personally, where I am at the moment, it would be distilling. And I'm going to ask John in a moment what his word would be. But whilst John's thinking, having just been put on the spot, if you're so minded, if you just want to put one word in the chat, and I'm sure some of you will put more than one word, and that's fine because it's all right to break the rules. But just one word in the chat that kind of is where you're at the moment. Doesn't have to be positive. It might be challenging. It might be critical. But just an honest comment of where you're at. And John, what would your word be?
I think reflective. I think I'm also thinking of the last two conferences where we've been together. I just appreciate so much about how the wisdom and the learning is being, this isn't a word, but de-siloed. Like the coming together from different parts of the field just feels so important. And that really feels like the day to me today. We're coming in from different disciplines and different perspectives and coming together in that pluralistic mindset. And we do lots of different things at online events. And so often I'm thinking about that, that piece of learning is kind of contained there, but not in the pluralistic community, which I really appreciate. That was a lot more than one word, Andrew. Sorry about that. So.
With all your work today, John, you were right to cheat, but I love the word de-siloed. And in a panel discussion I was involved in before, I kind of spoke about why pluralism really speaks to me. And I think, part of me professionally has been immersed in social work for a long time, and part of me has been immersed in therapy for a long time. It's always felt that those things have had to be disconnected, and for me, also I've done psychodynamic training and a person-centered training. It's always felt as if parts of those have been disconnected, and pluralism for me at an individual level, at a personal level, at a professional level, with clients, with groups, with communities, in my research, and with other professionals, feels like a real opportunity to de-silo, picking up on your word. So it feels really, really exciting. A second question to ask people, just while I run through some thanks, I'm going to put a link in the chat, which you've probably seen before, but if you've enjoyed the conference, if you've enjoyed the dialogues that we've had, please don't let this be the full stop to it. There's all sorts of ways in which you can get involved with the work of kind of pluralistic practice. And I put a link there showing all our networking groups, the steering group. If there's anything that speaks to you, I can absolutely promise that you will be more than welcome. The question to ask again, if you could put just a few words in the chat whilst I run through some final thanks and hand over to John, is that in the steering group, in our network groups, we're always thinking about where do we go next? How do we develop this? How do we ensure that in 10 years' time we're not just having the same conversations? Because through the keynotes and the presentations today, there have been some real challenges about inclusivity and social justice and injustice and connection and disconnection. And I suppose the question to ask you is, if there was an area that you felt that we really needed to take pluralistic practice to next, our next development area, what would it be? It's no right answer, no wrong answer, just your perspective. And if you were minded to share that in the chat, then we will read all of those and we will pay attention to those too. Last words from me are just words of thanks, and I'll try not to make this like a really dreadful, tired Oscar speech at the end of it, but the people I'd like to thank. John and the online events team has been absolutely amazing, as always. You know, I've not heard of anything, but it seems that yesterday and today has gone without any technological hitches at all. In any kind of impactful way, and that's through the sheer effort and work that John and the full online events team do behind the scenes and in all the preparation for the event as well. So thank you, online events. Never let you down, could be your tagline. It's been fantastic. I'd like to thank Robert Gordon University for co-hosting this with us, for Mike Sutherland and the university as a whole for being so enthusiastic in working alongside us as a pluralistic community, and also kind of bringing their own experiences of collaboration as well as difficulties in collaboration, which I thought was really, really important. 3 breathtaking keynote talks. I mean, I couldn't single one out above the other. I just thought they were stunning, absolutely stunning. And I want to thank people for joining us from all over the world for those keynote talks, as well as for you joining us from all over the world. And a program, you know, putting a program like this together is a real challenge. So thanks to the people who've been working for the last few months on developing and bringing the conference together for this. It was a difficult date to choose. We were caught between lots of competing demands. So the fact that we've had so many come along over a long bank holiday weekend in the UK is just fantastic. So I'd like to thank all the people who submitted papers and talks and workshops and the symposia. Thank you. The program has been absolutely excellent, and it might be better than some other conferences, I would say, but of course I wouldn't say any more than that. And thank you to you all for coming. You know, again, what I really like about the group that we have is it brings a whole plurality of perspective from all over the world, and people have really kind of inconvenienced themselves to be here at different times in the middle of the night, and it just feels like an amazing community experience. So on behalf of all of those involved in the steering group and the conference planning group and our other network groups, thank you so much. We will read all your comments, and that's the last from me, and I shall leave the final word across to John.
Wow, that's a real privilege to have the final word after such a profound experience at this conference. So thank you, Andrew. Yeah, it's just so much wisdom and experience and care in this room. It's very, very profound. And I'm very, very pleased to be here today. I want to say thank you to our team at Online Events. It feels like everybody's done a great job, so thank you. I want to say thanks to Andrew and all the organising team. I know it's been a huge amount of work behind the scenes and a real pleasure to collaborate in terms of online events and the organising team, and hope there'll be more opportunities in the future. I don't know if you can hear that in my microphone. It's starting to thunder just outside my window. I don't know if that's there's some kind of timing around that, profound timing. Our team will be working on the recordings over the next couple of weeks, and they should be appearing on the Pluralistic Practice website. So as soon as that begins to happen, we'll let you know through Eventbrite. I guess also the Pluralistic Practice email list will be letting you know too. So that's also, if you're not signed up for that, yeah, it'd be really great to do that too. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say, but thanks to everybody who's been here. Just a really incredible experience, and yeah, looking forward to more pluralism more pluralistic experience and coming together and continuing to de-silo ourselves.